Some moments in history arrive quietly, almost unnoticed by the world at large, yet their impact is seismic, sending shockwaves through society that are felt for generations. A single Supreme Court decision can redefine justice for generations, altering the very foundation of what a nation stands for. Today, December 12, 2025, Pakistan's highest court has delivered such a judgment, one that promises to transform the legal landscape for women and families across the country. This isn't a minor tweak. It's a fundamental shift in how the justice system understands suffering within marriage and what it means to be protected by the law. The court has recognized not just visible wounds, but the deep, invisible scars left by emotional and psychological abuse, pain that lingers long after the moment has passed. For years, the law's narrow definition of cruelty left countless women trapped, their pain dismissed, because it left no physical mark. Many suffered in silence, unseen and unheard. Justice Aisha A. Malik's ruling confronts this failure, setting a new, compassionate standard that acknowledges the full spectrum of human suffering. This moment is the result of years of advocacy, tireless campaigning, and countless unheard stories that finally demanded to be recognized. It's not just a legal debate, it will shape conversations in homes, schools, and communities across the country, challenging old beliefs and inspiring new hope. The decision signals that every individual's well-being matters and that protection under the law extends into the home, where so much suffering has been hidden. The Supreme Court's ruling is a powerful statement about Pakistan's values and its vision for the future, a future where justice is not just a word, but a lived reality. It's a story of justice, courage, and the ongoing march toward equality, written by those who refused to be silent. Today, the law finally sees the suffering that was once hidden in silence, and with this recognition, a new chapter of hope begins for countless women and families. For decades, Pakistani law recognized only physical cruelty in marriage, demanding impossible proof from women seeking divorce. The Supreme Court's new judgment shatters that silence, declaring psychological, verbal, and emotional abuse as valid forms of cruelty. This expands the Dissolution of Muslim Marriages Act, acknowledging that harm isn't just physical, it's emotional and mental too. The ruling overturns a lower court's narrow interpretation, sending a clear message. The era of ignoring non-physical abuse is over. Justice Malik explains that the cumulative effect of emotional abuse can be as damaging as physical violence. This is a monumental victory for women's rights, offering a legal pathway for those suffering without visible scars. The court's decision redefines marriage as a partnership built on respect and emotional safety. By broadening the definition of cruelty, the Supreme Court has given a voice to the voiceless, and a tool for liberation. The Supreme Court's ruling goes beyond redefining cruelty. It changes how family courts must handle these cases. Justice Malik recognized that emotional abuse rarely leaves physical evidence, and demanding such proof is unjust. Now courts are directed to trust a woman's testimony as primary evidence, acknowledging the private nature of abuse. The judgment condemns patriarchal language like disobedient wife, pushing the judiciary toward neutrality and gender sensitivity. Judges are instructed to consider the societal pressures women face, not outdated ideals. The National Commission on the Status of Women praised this shift, calling it a crucial step toward dismantling systemic bias. This ruling ensures that justice is not just blind, but empathetic and aware of the realities women face. The courtroom is now meant to be a place of refuge, not another venue for trauma. The Supreme Court has taken a significant step by clarifying a woman's right to divorce through khula, which is recognized as an independent and inalienable right under Islamic law. This decision marks a turning point for women seeking justice and autonomy within the legal system. The judgment makes it clear that khula does not require the husband's consent, nor does it demand proof of his fault or wrongdoing. A woman's sincere aversion to the marriage is considered sufficient grounds for divorce, giving her agency over her own life. Forcing a woman to remain in an intolerable or unhappy union is fundamentally at odds with the principles of Islam, which values compassion and justice in marital relationships. The court also reaffirmed that if a husband takes a second wife without the first wife's consent, this is valid and recognized as grounds for divorce, further protecting the rights of the first wife. This strengthens the position of the first wife, making her well-being and dignity central to the marital contract, and ensuring her voice is heard in matters that affect her life. By distinguishing khula as an absolute right, the court provides women with a clear and accessible path to exit marriage, free from unnecessary obstacles or delays. The ruling simplifies the process, empowering women to make fundamental decisions about their lives and encouraging them to seek support and guidance when needed. Legal clarity in this area is a powerful tool for self-determination, giving women the confidence to assert their rights and shape their own futures. Outdated interpretations and societal pressure can no longer block a woman's path to freedom, as the law now stands firmly on her side, opening doors to a more just and equitable society. The Supreme Court's decision sparked nationwide debate and hope. Legal experts and activists hailed it as a watershed moment for women's rights. Justice Malik's perspective was credited for bringing depth to the issue of domestic abuse. Advocacy groups celebrated the recognition of emotional abuse as a hard-won victory. The National Commission on the Status of Women praised the verdict's clarity and compassion. Many women shared stories online expressing relief and validation. Finally, the law sees their pain. However, some conservative voices worry the ruling could destabilize traditional values. The decision has drawn new lines in the cultural conversation about marriage and gender roles. Legal change doesn't guarantee immediate social change, but it's a powerful start. The ruling is now a focal point for both progress and resistance across Pakistan. This Supreme Court ruling is more than a legal milestone. It's a catalyst for cultural change, sending ripples far beyond the walls of the courtroom. It marks a turning point in how society views the rights and dignity of individuals within their own homes. By defining emotional abuse as cruelty, the court is reshaping public understanding of healthy relationships. It's not just about changing laws, it's about changing hearts and minds, encouraging people to recognize the importance of empathy, communication, and mutual respect. The judgment challenges the idea that only physical violence matters, sparking a national conversation about respect and dignity in marriage. It invites families, educators, and leaders to reflect on what it truly means to care for one another. It sets a new standard for future generations, teaching that all forms of abuse are unacceptable. In classrooms and homes, children are learning that kindness and understanding are the foundation of strong relationships. The ruling empowers not just individuals, but also the support systems around them, counselors, social workers, and community leaders. These advocates now have a stronger voice and a clearer mandate to intervene and support those in need. Now they can confidently tell victims the law is on their side, offering hope and reassurance to those who may have felt powerless or alone. This transforms the fight against domestic abuse into a state-endorsed effort, signaling that the government stands with survivors and is committed to real change. Ultimately, the ruling is a statement about the kind of nation Pakistan aspires to be, one that protects its most vulnerable, values justice, and upholds the rights of every citizen. It matters to everyone, reinforcing the idea that no one should endure cruelty in any form, and that compassion must be at the heart of our communities. This is a step toward a society where every individual is safe, respected, and free from fear, a vision of hope and progress for generations to come. As the dust settles, this historic decision marks a profound transformation. The Supreme Court has infused the law with compassion and understanding, finally recognizing the silent suffering of many. The legacy of this judgment will be measured in the lives it changes, and the suffering it prevents. Implementation will require vigilance, training, and courage from the judiciary and civil society. The true success of this ruling depends on its consistent application across Pakistan. For women, it's a beacon of hope and a confirmation that their voices matter. The judiciary has shown it can be a force for progressive change, reinterpreting old laws for modern justice. This ruling is a turning point, a declaration that a nation's strength lies in empathy and dignity for all. It's the dawn of a new era, where the right to a life free from fear is finally a legal reality.